Hey everyone, welcome to iOSGenius on the YouTube channel. This is an update video from 2018. People are always kind of wondering how to get Apple certified. So I just logged in a few seconds ago and I noticed a whole different change with Atlas. So I would advise you to go ahead and register into an account. I'll put a link down below in the description of how to gain access to Atlas. But once you start gaining access to Atlas, you'll need to start purchasing a certification class so that you can be certified in Apple Repair or Apple Support or any of the other Apple certificates. So what I found out in the past, as it showed in this video that I have down here, this is back from Best Tools to Get Your Apple Certified in 2018. So an update to this is basically, I can turn off the sound, and it basically, I'm just walking you through how to get ACMT certified. This is what the layout outlook looked like before. You can select on items, if you're doing ACMT, if you're doing iOS IT, so you're doing the mobile devices for support. But then it just, back then it actually gave you little drop downs. You can select the article, the page, the chapter, and so forth. Well, now in 2020, as I just looked into now, I logged into my account. So let me re-log in because I probably time me out. Yep, there we go, time me out. So I'll log in here, and this is the idmsa.apple.com. I'll put the link down below where you can log into Atlas. So there's my email. Nothing to really hide. I don't really ever check it, so you can spam it if you want, but that's not going to really make a difference. So then, my hidden password, hit OK. It gives me authentication. You need to set up two-step authentication. If you do not set up two-step authentication, you cannot access the site. It is a mandatory requirement by Apple. So just so you know. So in case you guys out there are trying to, scam people on YouTube again, my YouTube channel that I placed back in 2018 and still now, there are scammers out there. You just got to watch out where they say, oh yeah, well, I'll give you access to Atlas or GSX, Global Service Exchange, and you can unlock and do all this stuff. That's all bullshit. They'll give you the account login, but they won't give you the password. So when this bounces back as a two-factor authentication, because it's mandatory, they will get a text message, and then that means you'll never get that message, and you'll never be able to log in. So that's the sad truth. So I'm just gonna get resend code because it has a timeout. So we're gonna go ahead and put in this, and of course this code only lasts for, I don't know, it was probably like 2 minutes, if that. So I logged in, and check out this new layout. So let me expand this out. So now this is the new layout. There's my login. You already saw me log in with my name. So this is the new layout. This is like your accomplished goals. These are how many points you get and so forth. Points, I don't know what that is. I just logged in a moment ago, and I'm re-logging in. But you can add your own learning plan. Since now I think it's probably because of all COVID going on, you can learn on your own. And then I guess these points, I don't know, as a ratio of some point, or how expert level you are. I'm level 1, I guess. 2,500 points for level 2. There's achievements. I don't know. This is a whole new thing for me. I'm going to keep going through this, and I'll upload another video and see how it can be shared with you guys. But here's ACMT 2019 Technician Training. People are wondering, how do I get a ACMT 2019, which is the newest and latest and greatest? Right now we're in 2020, so the course hasn't really been technically developed yet of any of the new changes or so forth. There is new hardware out there. There's a new iMac out there, 27-inch 5K with a quad core or even a 10 core. But I'm sure by the end of this year, maybe say in February of 2021, there will be an ACMT 2021 or 2020 technician training. You can do it that way. So what I did notice quickly is that there's a learning plan. It's the same thing like it was on the old Atlas. Now the thing is here, you can click on learning plan. So let's click on that. So it takes me to my courses, my history, achievements, leaderboard. Wow, there's a leaderboard. You're gonna, I guess, compete with other people. Here I completed this one, which is merging your corporate and personal tech IDs. I don't know why it says 0 minutes. It really was probably about a good 20-30 minutes, but basically it's 100% complete. So now I know how to merge corporate and personal tech IDs to your Apple Watch or your iOS devices. That's what this basically is. It's just basically a tutorial, just as you go through it. But when you actually take the course, the actual test, some of this information is in that exam. So it'd be very useful. So here's 30 minutes, 300 points. Airport networks. Well, really, Apple doesn't really use airport. It does use their Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi is technically airport, but they don't have the Airport Express anymore, the Airport Extreme, or the Time Capsule. They don't have any of those. You may find them lying around somewhere else, somewhere being sold for like maybe $50, $100, if that. Still a great deal. You can remove the hard drive, put something else in there, put a solid state, and you'll be good to go. Now, but again, there's no support on it. But other than that, you have airport, you have introduction to mobile hardware. Look at all this that you can actually learn during COVID and gain access to this. Now, someone here on my YouTube channel, and this is why I bring it up, down here, this guy named Joe Pay says, "Hi, can someone give me a link where I can buy AppleCare Certified Service Technician, ACST, which is really not ACST anymore, it's ACMT, and it's approximately 300. It's like actually 400 now. I don't know why they jacked up the price, but I did see by going to these other various websites, like Indeed has a portion in Indeed to obtain certifications. And I have not used any of these or this process, but look at, these are all the prices here. So there's an ACSP, $250. That basically means you can be able to support OS 10, we'll say El Capitan, Mojave, whatever it is you want to know, and you'll know it inside out, and you'll be an ACSP certified in knowing that. So, and then there's another one here, we'll just say here, iOS and Mac technician. So this is ACMT, but it also has iOS IT as well, and that's $350. That's combined. So if this is normally $300, for $50 more you just get iOS, why not? And then once you pass these certifications, once you pass 100%, then you can be able to access GCX. So it's the Global Change Exchange. Global, I forgot. I've been out of this for a while. But you'll access the GCX. So the GCX is basically where it holds your titles, your certifications, and it holds it there in barrier and all. And then there's a GSX, which is the Global Service Exchange. And the Global Service Exchange can only, again, I have to say this a million times because everybody keeps asking in my YouTube channel, oh, how can I get access to GSX? How can I, they're trying to skip the process of skipping GCX, your certification. They're trying to skip that and go straight to GSX, where you can log in and you can modify to your devices. You can make changes to your iOS. You can unlock devices. You can do everything that Apple does directly. But again, it is limited. So depending who the Apple service provider facility that has GS as in Sam X has that access, they will give you this access. But that's the only way. So, as much as, again, people ask me all the time, hey, you know what, I'll pay you and you can do it for me. And nope, sorry, that's not, everybody's account is allowed certain amount of devices to unlock, to do whatever it is you need to do to the device, test it out, hardware, software, blah, blah, blah. There's even AST, Apple Service Technician, version 2.3, which you can actually do it via the web. So if you're in Hawaii, you just tell me your cell phone number, or I'll send you a link through a text, and boom, you can run it through Hawaii, and I could be in the middle of the United States somewhere, or somewhere else. I can be in Japan or China, blah blah blah, whatever the case is. But again, depending on your employer who provided you GSX, George Sam X-Ray, Global Service Exchange, gives you that access. They are the ones that give it you as limited access or unlimited access to do whatever you want. And for myself, I have currently I'm an admin, but I mean my access is only within a certain region and within a certain serial numbers that are purchased through our company account. So that means someone in California say, "Hey, can you unlock my account? I'll give you $3,000." Well, first of all, $3,000 for an iPhone, you can just go out and buy a new iPhone, okay? I don't know why you need to spend $3,000 or pay me $3,000 to unlock it. That doesn't work that way. And plus, your serial number has to be listed under my company as an authorized purchase. So if I didn't buy your device, that means I couldn't really unlock it. If I did buy your device and I sent it out to you, then yes. So that means if I ran your serial number to my account, I will be able to send you the link, run the diagnostics, but to do the unlock, we'll bounce back to my account and say, "Wait a second, you don't own this device. Why would you want to unlock it?" And then it gives us like not a questionnaire, but like a demand of saying 10 things, da, 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 da. And if you get it right, then great. But if you don't know, the person in California wants this unlocked, or in Japan, or in Dubai, or wherever you are, you don't have this information, and you can't pass this to me, and you're just making it up, then you're just banning my account. So yeah, that's not going to work. It has to be 100%, 100%. You say you forgot your Apple ID to log into the device. Well, if you forgot your Apple ID, I'm sure you can go to forgotmyappleid.com. You can go there, enter your Apple ID, and then it actually gives you forgot my Apple ID. So if you go here, if you forgot my Apple ID, follow the process. It says do it on your iPhone. You don't have an iPhone accessible. Maybe it's the only device you have of Apple. You don't have a Mac. You don't have the trusted phone number because the trusted phone number is locked into that actual device. If you can't access the device, here it basically says to reset. You can reformat the device. You lose all your stuff. Okay, if you still can't change and reset your password, these are the processes you have to go through. And then it goes directly to Apple. Like here it says email, blah, 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 blah. It emails Apple, and then Apple will reach out to you, and etc. Now, if you can't even access that email, then you're kind of really 20 times SOL. But here, Apple gives you an encrypted recovery key. That's why you need to save it. Yo, I'm sorry, I forgot I saved it, or I lost it, or my computer crashed, and I lost the hard drive, blah, blah, blah. Well, Apple's not going to give you anything until you provide all this information. So again, if you had all this information here on this page, then I can probably help you. But if you don't have any of this information, I can't help you for anything. And again, if you have this information, that means you can do this. You can unlock your device. But if you still can't, I can't do it for you. So my power cannot supersede your power because it's all privacy information. You know how big Apple is on privacy. Wouldn't even give the government to unlock a criminal acting phone device. Someone had to hack it. So anyways, going back to Atlas. Atlas is new and upcoming. These are my in progress. I don't have nothing there because I completed this one here. There's my learning plan. I want to learn all this stuff. And during COVID, this is the best time to learn right now online of your courses. Now say you want to learn different courses. Okay, so here we have ACMT right here, 2019. So let me click that. Here, about this course. Products, service and technician, time 2 minutes. There are courses that you should review. The AC, this is iOS. Service examination. The list is arranged by the suggested order. So here it basically says, here's a chapter. Here's the achievements. finish with 100% iPhone Expert Public. So it's not private, it's public. So that's great. You're not certified, but you know the details of the iOS and so forth. But again, it only shows 2 minutes. So that means this is a part course. So this might be 20 chapters, and here's related chapters. Here we go. This is right where I was saying it. So now you need to do the systematic. You need to do the service models from iPhone 6. This is iPhone 6. Now there's going to be also one for, here's another one, iPhone 10, iPhone 8. You would have to do for the specific ones you want to do, or do all of them if you can. 45 minutes. What are you doing at home during COVID? Playing your PS4? I sure am. And watching YouTube or using my Plex TV? Sure, I am doing that too. But you know what? I can benefit myself in doing this stuff. Backup and syncing. Come on, that's basic. Backup and syncing? Really? But you need to know it, because if you don't know it in your exam, in your Apple certification exam for iOS, you need to know this, because there's a question or an answer in here that's going to help you in the exam. So we'll just say, here, we'll do this one, airport. We'll do a plus on this. Here, first let's click it. It'll probably tell us more detailed information. There it is, about a course. Of course, you'll learn. Look, there's even a video that goes through it. That's 28 seconds. But look, you have base, you have troubleshooting, glossary, assessment. So at each time when you finish one by one, they should unlock. And again, they unlocked for me already for that watch. So I was able to watch the next one. These are the keywords for iOS, for the airport networks. It's net, time capsule, Mac, extended airport, public. These are just like keywords you can find on them through the web or so forth. So we'll say public, troubleshooting tool. Oh, so this is OS 10 support. So, and of course in ACMT you do need to know OS 10. So, here's servicing. Here's the servicing information. I don't know if you know his name is Louis Rosman. That's on YouTube. He's always breaking down stuff and so forth. Oh, Apple doesn't tell you this or that or so forth. Well, here, this is the service MacBook. How to service a MacBook. The introductions, the safety concerns, taking it apart, post-repair, assessment. This is all stuff you need to know so that when you gain access to GSX, Global Service Exchange, where you can remote into someone's computer, do diagnostics, and etc. And I have another video up here in my YouTube channel. I don't want to lose this because this comment of this guy here. So if you go to, and I'm just gonna have to do a Google search on it, iOSGenius AST. So here, Apple Diagnostics or Apple Diagnostics iPad charging, or here is the actual AST. So this is Apple Service Toolkit. Again, when you're in, let me pause that. So when you're in GSX, Global Service Exchange, you get into AST, the Apple Service Toolkit. So with this, once you log in via web, there's either via web or through a boot network boot, you can actually go through this and then put in the serial number, like it's stated back here. It runs the diagnostics, it goes through all the little details, and then it'll tell you, are you sure you authorized it? No issues found. Sometimes it will find an issue and then it'll report it, but it tells you all this detailed information. Look at all this information. So an importance that Microsoft does not have this. You would think Microsoft would have something like this that goes into every detail. Like you can check Apple Pay. When you click on Apple Pay, it shows everything related to Apple Pay. Like, well, it doesn't show like your private information. It just shows like it works. Last time it was tested or scanned or so forth. Like your battery condition, it'll show you that. Like here it shows your battery condition is 177. It shows you all this detailed information. So again, if you're looking to get Apple certified, these are the things you need to do in, we'll just say 2020. We are in 2019 technically for the certifications and so forth, but this is the stuff you need to know so you can go through that. So let me go ahead and pause this again. Let me go back to my course. So now if I go to, let's say, okay, iMac Pro. Okay, so we service iMac Pro. Let's go ahead and select on Plus. So I hit Plus, give it a second. Course added to learning plan. So now I would have to go, and again, bear with me because this is new to me. Home, I think. Yes, home. And then there's learning plan here. So there it is. There's the iMac Pro that's been added. These are all my other ones that have been added. I would like to go through. I'm going to go select on learning plan. So let's go select that. And there it is right here. So now I can launch this course. It's 45 minutes long. Again, I don't know what the points are for. Let's go to achievements here. Let's see what that is. Achievements. It basically says you're a newbie, you're a star, you're just getting like an award point, like on your PS4, like a trophy basically. I probably haven't earned anything because I haven't done this in 2018, 2019. I haven't done it for about a good year, 2 years. So there it is. So like finished 100% of servicing iPhone 6 models, and I earned 450 points. So if I select this will probably just take me to the servicing iPhone 6 model. So let me just click on that just so I can show you and you can see and I can see. There's an introductory video. This is 38 seconds. Here's introduction. This is the first video out of 3 videos possibly. I watched the video, so let me just go ahead and click this. I'm going to actually turn off my sound. Let's see. Before completing iPhone, you must complete the following exam and course. See? So you have to finish whatever these prerequisites are. So you have to look at the service fundamentals. Okay, you got to look that up. And then you also have to look into the servicing iPhone 5 model. So that means I can't go to iPhone 6. I have to do iPhone 5 and SE models first. And then repairing all phones. So see, this is where they catch you and grab you because you're going to have to do this because you cannot go forward. So it's like if you think you're iMac Pro certified and you want to get into like breaking it apart or doing something to it, which you probably should or shouldn't do to it, and you have to start from A and go all the way to Z. You can't go, forget it, I already know A to J, I just want to go KLMN, and they're like, yeah, no, you can't do that. So that's another way for your achievements. So let's see, your leaderboard. Enable leaderboard. Okay, let's enable. By opting, you haven't agreed, blah, blah, blah. Oh, so you're just sharing this information with Apple and Atlas users. So that means me sharing it with someone in California or in Tennessee or wherever other people are certified. So it's basically a leaderboard to say, yeah, technically the people in Tennessee might be super Apple certified, or the people in California are super double triple iAppleGenius people, so I'm just gonna hit agree. I don't know if it'll show me anything. Oh yeah, look at this. So there's a guy named Mohammed Alvi. He has 127,320 points, 40 achievements. He's at level 51, and I don't know what's the highest level, but as a number 1 person, this person seems pretty damn. Wow, this person's like super smart. Can I click on it? Nope. Can't click on anything. Here's my rank level. I'm 46,622. My level is 1. I have 0 points. So not to be competitive, but that's kind of what it seems like this is becoming. And here's Mariano Fernandez. I can't say that's my cousin or brother, but let's see, Mark Olson. Let's see what's the last page here. 2 users tied. Oh, so 2 users tied normally means there's 2 people using the same Apple ID they use to log into Atlas. So you can kind of do this, but you can't do this. So this person's kind of cheating. So it's like, say my family. Say there's a family of 4. So instead of me buying 4 different Apple certification accesses to take certification, I can do 1 and have the 4 share my account, and they're taking different courses, different everything, but the system catches on and finds out that, hey, wait a second, there's actually 2 different people because there's two people different registered. So now the sad thing, and I'm not sure on the final result on this, I would have to keep testing on this, but the final result could very well be that the certification's only going for Pablo, and the other one goes only go for David Seller. Or it's a combine, which I doubt very much their certification would be to combine with one Apple ID. That really doesn't make sense, but that's the idea. Or they're just team helping each other. That's always helpful, collaborating with each other. So let's see. So I'm gonna keep trying to go. I'm trying to go. It's gonna be too much to go. Oh, here. Oh, no. I'm at 20 pages. There's 218 people, 227 people so far. Two users. There's a lot of back and back people helping each other out. So maybe that's something maybe you can try to grab one of your friends to say, hey, you know what? Why don't you join in with me with Atlas? Let's study back and forth, help each other. Let's both get certified during this COVID pandemic sad process that's going on around across the world. We're not going to go to preferences because that shows my detailed information. So there's level 1, there's my points. But again, back to courses. Go to my learning plan. So again, I think this is the most advisable to go for 2020 to get your tools for being Apple certified. Start taking your courses and start learning. Go for it. Do everything as much as you can. That's if you're wanting to be Apple certified, so that in your employer or future employer that has GSX, you can get in and say, technically, you don't really need to ask permission to your supervisor, but it's advisable. Hey, can I run this diagnostic test? Because you don't want to kind of go out of realm and do what you want. You could, but then sooner or later, they're going to get a report saying you ran these 10 devices, you did this and whatever. They get a detailed report of everything you do, so it's recorded. It's not like, oh, can I block their information? Can I block my information so they don't see it? Well, because there are different levels. So there's a manager level, there's a supervisor level, there's an admin level, and then there's a technician level, and then there's a moderator level. Well, moderator, you already know, super very limited access unless I check things off, and then you become an admin. Now you're an admin. You can do technically everything. But if you say, oh, you know what, now I can probably sell this account to someone else for $1,000. Well, you can't do that with an admin level. An admin, you only have that two-step authentication. The same thing with a moderator, two-step authentication. All these accounts have two-step authentication. So you can't sell it. Yeah, you can try to scam people, but I advise you not to do that. And people watching this video, do not fall into those traps again. Like I stated in 2018, don't do it. Come on, think about it. Read the comments. Watch the video in detail before you start making comments. How can I gain access to GSX? I've just told you. I have other videos out there that explicitly tell you how to do it. So now you're at admin level. You can do certain things. Unlocking, testing, reloading the OS, providing a beta OS, or almost anything, everything. You want to check about the headphone port. You want to check the lightning port. You want to check the speakers. All that stuff can be done remotely, or you can just have it connected to your Mac, which that's the only way with AST works, and boot up to that and do it that way. And then you have supervisor role. Supervisor role overlooks the administrator and the moderator, just like the manager. The manager gets all the details and information, just like the supervisor and the manager. They get the notifications too if they enable the options. But the manager, who's like basically would say the IT director or the superintendent or whoever has access to it, that gave you access, they can see all that information, all the stuff that you do. You logging in every day, you logging out every day. It shows you all that stuff. So don't try to be scammy and trying to get away with things. Sure, you can scan your friends, your family members' devices, so forth. But then once you go and start scanning, like say 6 iPhones, and they know that you're only 2 people. Oh yeah, but I have 12 people in my family, and they all have iPhones. Well, there's going to be some sketchy stuff. They're going to bring you into the office. Oh, let's talk to you. What's going on? How are things going? They're just going to BS it and wait for you to just spill out the beans and say, yeah, you know what, I fucked up and blah blah blah. But yeah, so I didn't mean to make this video as long as it is. I have to get going. It's 3:19 Central Time, and so basically, the manager is the only one allowed, manager and supervisor. But the supervisor sometimes have to get permission from the manager to give either the admin, the moderator, the lead, or whoever, all these other roles, access to GSX. So when people are commenting on my channel and they're saying, hey, can you give me this access, or how can I get this access? Well, one, you can be admin, you can gain the access, but technically it's your manager / supervisor that would have to have authorization to say, okay, Joe 1, you can gain moderator, but not admin. Oh, but then I can't do this. Well, then you have to report to your manager or supervisor every time, like, oh, I need to run this, or I need to run an unlock code because a teacher or a family member bought a device and it's still locked to someone's account, and so now the manager and approval supervisor has to check into that, and oh, should we approve this? Should we not? Is this information valid, or is this person scamming me? Is this employee scamming me? Blah blah blah. So for all those comments that you guys are giving me, great. I answer them to the best of my ability. I answer actually thousands of them out of the 12,000 views I have on that video, and I've answered a lot of them for the answers of how can you do this, how can I do this, blah blah blah. Here's are limited to technicians working to service facilities. I don't have this access, and I reply, true, you don't. You have to be certified and work with a facility who is Apple, is an ACSP, Apple Certified Service Provider, or AC, I think it's AP, so it's Apple Certified, it's facilities, but they don't use F, they use A, and then provider. So if they're doing diagnostics, like right here, diagnostics for iOS 2017. So yeah, so that's something they have to give you access. So if you don't have access and you're the moderator and you can only do 1, 2, 3, and you can't do unlocks, you can't do resets or whatever the case is, passwords, then that means you don't have it. You have to go back to your supervisor or back to the admin. Hey, can I do this? No, I can't. Oh, you're the admin. You can only do this? Okay, can you do it? And then they're going to be questioning you 20 questions. Why do you need this? Blah, 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 blah. Whose it is? Is it our device? Is it not our device? And then they can go ahead and risk it and say, yes, we'll go ahead and do it. Or they'll just say, well, you know what? I'll do it for you, but you need to get the manager approval. And then you're like, oh, man, really? And I'm like, I don't want to do it because it's really not my device. And really, that's why you have to do it. So this is going on. So, again, just Google me on iOSGenius on the YouTube channel, or either Sifu Text. That greatly appreciate it. Forgot to even ask if you can go ahead and subscribe. Be greatly appreciated. I'll keep updating as much as I can on this ad list, since COVID keeps me in, keeps everyone in, basically. Hopefully you guys are all being safe out there. All right, well, that's doing on how to access Atlas, how to get in, do your courses, and go take a test. Go get it examined. Pass this course. Come on. They're giving you these tutorials. My first time, and this time when back in the time, I had to pay for this to get in here, to get all these fundamentals and this information. But Now, here's the information. I had to get all this, so let me expand this. You can go see it, but basically, look, servicing iPhone 6, 6, 5, 7, SE. You have to go step by step through all of this, or you can't do it. Just like it prompted me with the iMac Pro, it says you have prerequisites. All right, well, thanks for visiting iOSGenius on the YouTube channel. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Put in, again, your 20,000 comments down below, and please share it around. So this is very informative, very helpful out there for people that want to learn and get certified and gain that access of GSX and Apple Service Toolkit. All right, thanks everyone. Have a great day.